Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 22 Challenge Mode. I know I was supposed to be streaming some Dark Descent tonight, but it is still a little bit buggy. We can't complete the objective that I was trying to do. I'm hopeful there might be a hot patch in the next couple of days, and we are really 2 weeks away from the release of the next game, so I figured let's crack on and finish off this season while we're waiting. Plus, I might not be able to stream tomorrow night, so I figured we'll get tomorrow's race out of the way tonight just in case. As I say, time is ticking away before the new game comes out. So, we're at round 19, the Circuit of the Americas, Cota in Texas, for the American Grand Prix, the second American Grand Prix. Of course, in the next game we'll have 3, as we'll be heading to Vegas. But, yeah. Texas bound for this particular one. We have a day until the Grand Prix is ready to go. Let's check our inbox. Let's see. Boardroom is currently in poor condition. Let's give that a little tidy up. There we go. And let's check our staff very quickly. Okay, and our drivers, any points? Nope. Let's check our cars. Do we have all of the right parts fitted and available? We have chassis on the way. That's chassis 6, which is already being manufactured. Okay, so touch wood we don't destroy one before that new one turns up. 3 front wings, 3 rear wings. That's not enough front wings, is it? We're going to run out of front wings again. We've got a brand new front wing design on the way, but I'm not confident that we're going to be able to actually not break a front wing or 2 this weekend. So let's go ahead and quickly rush in a spare one. We'll have that on qualifying day. And there we go. Right, let's set our performance targets for Cota. As always, this is a race where tyre wear is critical. If we can look after our tyres, that will be really useful. It'll potentially allow us to do 2 medium runs as opposed to 2 hard runs, but we might keep some mediums in, some hards in reserve just in case. Safety cars can really screw things up a little bit here. We're going to go for 2 in the top 6 quali wise, and both cars into Q2. Finish position 2 in the top 8. Yeah, happy with that. We'll try and get the fastest lap if we can. But it's just for bragging rights. Finish position streak, we are only 1 race into it, and quali streak, we'll do 1 more quali streak. We can only do it for 4 races in total because there's only 4 races left, and we will try and get 2 drivers into the top 6 in the remainder of the season in quali.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. We're in Austin, but there are no wild cowboys on the track this weekend, just some serious horsepower. It's sure to be a race to remember. The Circuit of the Americas has it all. Twists and turns, steep climbs, fast corners, and a power-hungry Sector 2. Quite a headache to balance, even if teams will be looking at maximising downforce overall. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. Okay then, let's get to it.
So we have clear Friday, bit of rain on Saturday. That could be practice or quali or both, and then a dry race. So let's go on the assumption that it's going to be a wet quali as usually the way. We're going to go hard tyres. Cota is quite a long lap, so we're only going to go 16 laps on a stint. Dropping the pace down. Put the hard tyres on full Felipe as well. 16 laps. Pace mode. Yep, drop that down. Let's swap out some parts. There we go. I can just about squeeze this weekend's practice sessions out of that engine, and maybe the next one as well. ERS module, we'll go with that one, just in case we do have a shunt. Can't do that on this car, so we're going to have to use the second one. And gearboxes, running low on gearboxes, as you can see. There we go. We'll go on to that one there, and that one there. It's already installed. So let's just take a quick double check. Both cars running parts that are as one as possible, I believe. Let me just quickly double check with this one. Yep. Alright, we are good to go into practice. Oh no, we're not. We haven't set the cars. We haven't set them up yet. Let's do the setups. Okay, we're going to go with 13 on the rear wings. Let's grab the notebook, let's have a look. I'm going to go quite high on the front wing. We're going to go with an 8 on this one, I think. A 2.8 on the roll bar, maybe a 1.9. I'm going to go 1.9 and an 8.5. 13 on the rear. 3.5 on the camber, and a 0.65 on the toe. So that's that car set. Let's have a look at Freddie's car. Sorry, Felipe's car. Still confusing my two drivers after 3 seasons. Right, so this one we're going to go with a much higher front wing. We're going to go 9.5 on this one. 13. A 2.8, a 3.25, and a 0.05. Very different style setup. And we'll see if either of those works.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
It's green now.
And there we go. So we do have some F1 news. Nick De Vries has been dropped by AlphaTauri for with immediate effect for the rest of the season. Daniel Ricciardo is going to be taking over and driving that second AlphaTauri, partnering up with Yuki Tsunoda. It's a end of season loan from Red Bull. So it's not a permanent signing. My guess is Ricciardo wouldn't want the car next year. They've still got options that they could put in the car next year. Maybe Liam Lawson, who's currently racing in Super Formula in Japan, I believe. He might be the lead candidate for that seat next year. And obviously Ricciardo is hoping that something's going to happen with Checo's contract and he gets pushed aside. I mean, he's got a year left on his contract after this season, so they would have to buy him out if that's the case.
What's your thoughts on
But
coming in or
you never know. These things have happened. So could we see Ricciardo in a Red Bull next year? That would be an interesting thing. It's kind of almost like his career is starting from scratch again, in a way. He started his career at the team that is, Toro Rosso. Or was Toro Rosso, which is now AlphaTauri. And then he went from there to Red Bull. So could we be seeing history repeating itself? Could we see him go to AlphaTauri and then next season go to Red Bull? That would be... I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, where a driver goes, back in time like that and then goes through the exact same career moves. It would be very interesting to see if that actually does happen. I'm trying to think if there are any examples of that I can think of in modern history, and I can't think of any off the top of my head. Let's see, we need to change the toe. I'm gonna go there with the toe, see if that does that. Let's have a look at this car. It's close, 92%, needs a little tweaking. I'm going to drop the front wing down a bit. I'm going to counter the changes to traction with some change on the camber. And then, if I can, maybe do that with a toe. That's tight. I don't know if that's going to do it. Let's do that. Let's see how that works. So there we go, cars are out on track. We have some F1 Manager 23 kind of news as well. It has been confirmed that driver numbers will now, when they migrate over, will now match the styling of the team that they're going to, rather than just a copy paste or cut and paste that they have done in the past. So that's good. That's a nice little improvement to detail. I don't know about helmets, what they're doing with helmets. I have asked Steve from Frontier and he has declined to respond to my comment, so who knows. Hopefully we will have different helmet options for our drivers when they migrate to a new team. And they did drop a new AI video yesterday, I think it was yesterday, showing off some of the might have been the day before, but showing off some of the new AI changes that they've made, and it's just a little short 2-minute video, but who knows, maybe we'll actually get a more deeper dive look at that in action at some point in the next few days with another Twitch live stream. We'll see.
Did somebody spin out there? I think we've had a car run wide.
So I spent today building the first of my new IKEA cabinets. Got that set up. TV is sitting a little bit higher than I would ideally like, but very happy with the first unit up and in position. Still got 3 more to build, and then some accessories to go in those as well. But I need a rubber mallet, so I've got one on order. It'll turn up tomorrow. and that'll make putting the other cabinets together much easier, which is part of the reason why I might not be able to stream tomorrow. And also my groceries are turning up quite late tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what time they're going to come, so that might also affect when I can stream, if I can stream. So that's why we're running this race tonight.
How does it feel?
We've made an extra bit of progress with Vesti's car. We just need to go one click further with the tow to get that to 100, but we've actually gone backwards slightly with Felipe's car, which is a little surprising. We've lost 3% there, so we'll have to see where we've lost that and correct it.
Copy. So make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
Evening, Anthony. Right, well, there we go. Let's see, we've got penalties for Leclerc, Tsunoda, Vettel and Albon. I wonder if any of those are for new components. Let's have a look. So, Leclerc, it's not a penalty for a new engine, unless the new engine's going in after this session. Oh no, wait, that's Vettel. Sorry, it's Vesti. Yeah, it's a brand new engine for Charles Leclerc, so he's going to be a bit quicker. Who else was it? Vettel was another one. Vettel also running a new engine and possibly a new gearbox as well, by the look of it. Who else? Tsunoda was one. New engine for Tsunoda. And who else? There were 4, weren't there? Oh, and Albon. Albon could be quick if he's got a new engine. New ERS module for Albon. Interesting. Okay, so that's not really going to improve his pace too much, but Leclerc is certainly going to get a nice little pace boost. Right. Let's move on to getting set up for the second session. We're going to go with medium tyres in this session. In fact, do I want to keep an extra set of mediums? I'm going to go with soft tyres in this session, and then maybe softs in the next session as well. We've got potential rain as well, but this will keep an extra set of mediums in reserve for the race weekend, which is definitely going to be important. So we'll go softs. Let's see. We need that extra click of toe. There we go. Run plan. Let's go, if I can. We would normally do 16 laps. Let's go for 23 laps. 22 laps. Drop the pace to look after those tyres because they will struggle. We've gone backwards here, so we've got the front wing right. It's the stability on the braking that's wrong, so we basically need to flip that to the opposite side like that. I have to go quite far by the look of it. I'm going to go there. There's a bit of a stretch, but I think I need to be there for the camber. Okay, so again we're going to go 22 laps. Drop the pace, and we are ready for session 2.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, drivers both pretty evenly
I
matched
think
on pace
someone's run
at the
wide.
moment. Hamilton looking quick. He's P2 in the practice standings at the moment.
We've just had a car run wide.
He's pushing it though. And despite that new engine, Leclerc is actually running slower than Sainz. Let's see what tyres they're running. They're both running mediums. Yeah, Sainz is just quicker.
What do you think?
Okay, big improvement for Felipe, but we're still not there yet. Still some work to do. Freddie's car is now perfect. And it does look as though setup is going to follow the same basic principles in the next game. We saw that in the little 2-minute video they released yesterday or the day before. Little snippets of how driver setup can affect confidence, and yeah, it's the same slightly system. So I don't know if the values that we've got are going to change or if they're still going to work. That's going to be fun trying those out, seeing if the 2022 setup guide I've got in my notebook will actually translate across, or whether I'm going to have to start recording all new values as we gain them. Let's take a look at just tweaking this setup here. 95%, and it's all down to the toe, so that suggests I've gone too far. Can I pull it back to there? Is that going to be enough? We'll find out in the next session. Need a strong result here if we want to try and get one hand on the driver's title. We've already got one hand on the constructors title, got a nice healthy lead over Red Bull in the constructors, but it's very close in the driver's title.
Oh,
we do have a bit of a lead, but it's not as big as I would like it to be, and it's very much overhaulable. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting race. And I believe we've got an upgrade coming for the next 2 races as well. New front wing coming for for Mexico, and then I think a final chassis upgrade coming for is it chassis or suspension? One of the two. I think it's chassis coming for Brazil, as we try and wring every last little bit out of performance out of this year's car. So we're going to go soft tyres again. We've made the necessary changes. We're going to go 21 laps of fuel. Should be enough. There we go. Is it going to be wet in this session, or is it going to be wet in quali? Or is it going to be wet in both? We'll find out in a second. It's going to be dry here, so that means it's going to be...
It's green now.
It's going to be a wet quali, which is good because we're not going to have many soft tyres going into quali. We're kind of burning through them here to save the mediums for the race. Always good to have an extra set of mediums available when you're going to be marginal on tyres at a circuit like this. So now we just need to wait and see if we've made enough movement on Felipe's setup to get him up to 100. Our car part knowledge isn't quite where it needs to be yet, but that's because we are running, I think, new side pods here, maybe? No, new chassis. Well, maybe new chassis and new side pods, I think, possibly. Up to 85%. So as long as we can nail our setup to 100, or almost 100, then we should be able to get the full 15 out of 15 stat boost. That final report should be coming in any second. $97 is not enough, so we're going to have to call him in, make another tweak.
Good lane. Yeah, copy that.
Right, what do we need to change? Okay, so we have gone too far. I'm worried about my front wing setup there. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Have I got anything in the book that actually looks like this? Let's see, we're running an 8.5 with a 13.28. No, I don't. So yeah, we are going blind on this one. I don't know if that's enough of a change on the toe. Have I overcorrected? Have I not corrected enough? Am I going to break my front wing doing that? We'll have to give that a go and hope that that's going to do it. If it doesn't, well, if it doesn't, we're kind of potentially in trouble. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We can always roll back to the 97 setup if necessary, but hopefully, I say, we can actually nail the 100 on this one. I want to give our drivers the absolute best opportunity to get a result. We've got enough time to get Felipe's run done. Freddie is in perfect condition for this Grand Prix now. Just need to bolt on some good bits for the actual quality and race itself. McLarens are looking quick. Verstappen's looking a bit off the pace. Let's see if he improves. 11th right now. Looks like he's in clean air.
How does it feel?
93. So, yeah, we didn't get the car where we needed it to be. We'll revert to the 97. We'll just have to make do with that. There we go. That's the end of free practice. Yeah, we did break quite a few things there. Alright, we'll go with the 97. It's the closest we can get. That is a known quantity. Let's swap over the car parts. So we want good engines. I'm saving this engine for the last 3 races. So this will be the final race of the season for this engine. Power loss threshold is 80%. It's just below that right now. It's at 79, so it is going to start losing power throughout the Grand Prix. We're just above it on Freddie's car. ERS modules, there we go. They are fitted, and gearboxes fitted. So let's go into quali.
Radio check.
We are expecting rain, and it's going to come in this session, and then it looks like it's going to dry up again. So that's not what I wanted to see. What I was hoping to see would be rain all the way through this session. Or, you know, starting dry, going into rain, and then staying wet so that it's wet in the next session as well. I mean, maybe it'll rain in the next session too, but if it's going to dry up before then, it's unlikely that the next session is going to start wet. Which means we could potentially run out of tyres here. Track is a little crowded for my liking, but we need to get this time in.
We are expecting rain
Before the wet weather hits. And we did get clean enough laps to go first and second right now. Other cars are starting to pile out. The water is about to hit the track in about a minute. And most of the cars have yet to leave the pits. And now, there we go. There is the rain. So, the question now is it going to dry up enough before the end of the session to let them run on slicks again? And looking at that, the answer is no. Looks like everyone's going to go out on inters. It's going to be really close. But it does look like quite a few people will have to go... Well, everyone's going to have to go out on inters for their final run. Oh, the track is a lot wetter than I thought it was going to get. Okay, that changes things. It's getting even wetter. Are we going to have another one of those weekends where the radar just does not match what's going on in terms of track conditions? It's been a while since we've had one of those. Rain has stopped. We're not going out again. We're staying where we are. Just going to hope that it doesn't dry up enough. It doesn't look like it's going to in time. So everyone's going to have to go out on inters, which they are doing now. There we go. All piling out on inters. We're definitely through. Who's going out? Leclerc and Sainz in the drop zone right now, but they are definitely going to improve. I don't think anybody, apart from Ricciardo, is guaranteed safe. Maybe Gasly is guaranteed safe. Everyone else, none of those times are enough to get them through because they did those with the wrong tyres for the conditions. They did probably inter tyres on a wet track. So it's really up for grabs here as to who's going to go through, who's going to go out. Evening, Mr. Water. Let's see. Yeah, Gasly is going to be safe. Max is out. Oh, that's glorious. Verstappen is out in Q1. Oh, that is so sweet. Max Verstappen will start, towards the back of the grid. He has got Vettel, Albon, Tsunoda and Leclerc in front of him with penalties. He's definitely starting in front of these two. He's almost certainly going to be starting in front of Tsunoda as well. Leclerc, though, who knows? Possibly. Depends how high Leclerc can go. Leclerc could be looking at a 10-place penalty for his engine change. If he is, then Max is probably going to start in front of Leclerc. But just the fact that he's already, out of qualifying helps so much for the race. Right, into Q2, and we are starting on inters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why is my car set up untested? There we go, 97%. Right, let's have a look at the conditions.
Radio check.
Alright, it looks like it's going to stay relatively stable, get a little bit wetter. And then maybe dry out enough for a quick run towards the end of the session. Ideally it'll stay wet throughout the entire session so that we can save a set of new softs for the final session. Let's see, we need Felipe to move over and let Freddie through because Freddie's got the better wet weather skill. So hopefully we'll get a good lap here. Looks like it might rain a little bit harder in the next session, or in the next few minutes. So we definitely want to get this lap in now. Are we going to see any more shock exits? Oh, the Williams gets in the way. It hurt Freddie a little bit. It definitely hurt Felipe a lot more. That will have cost Felipe a good 0.3 of a second at least, I would imagine. He might be able to pull some of that back. Oh, and he's locked up. Oh, Felipe. He's broken his front wing.
We can take a look now. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
Pushing hard to try and get back in slipstream range. Locked up, went straight into the barrier. Let's end his lap, get him in. What can Freddie do? Remember, our drivers are not great in these conditions compared to the rest of the field, so Freddie should be able to sneak through, but I don't know about Felipe. Are we getting traffic again? Oh, get out of the way! Oh, this has been a bad start to the session. One driver's put it in the barrier, another one has done to the car, just out of interest. He's damaged the chassis as well. I don't know if I've got a spare chassis. I hope I've got a spare chassis. A 139.6, I have no idea how good that's going to be compared to the rest of the field. Not great considering Sonoda's only 2/10 below us. Oh dear. Right. Let's go with fresh inters. Car parts, we're going to change out the front wing. Can't change the chassis in this session. That's something that can only be done between sessions, and that's assuming we have a spare. We might have to emergency manufacture one. Cost isn't an issue. We've got over 50 million in the bank, so that's not an issue. But getting our drivers on track at the right time is going to be key. And given that Felipe put it in the barrier, I don't know if I can get him on track at the right time now to get a lap in. I don't know, it's going to be close. It depends how quickly the track dries out. It says dry in 11 minutes, but there's less than 11 minutes in the session. There's only 9 minutes in the session, effectively. And the track is now worse than it was. So there's no point sending Felipe out just yet. Freddie, I think, is probably safe. We're going to put some fresh inters on just in case. There's the rain stopping. Let's see what happens to the water level. I might possibly... Oh, it's still not going down, look, is it? Now it's going down. Is it going down quick enough? I don't think it is. No, it's not going to be quick enough for us. The rest of the field's going out now on inters. Did put brand news on there, yes, and I did not put brand news on Freddie. There we go. Hey, you're at the Hunger Harvering tonight, are you, Anthony? I'm a little worried about time. Would ideally have liked to send my drivers out with a bit more clean air than this. I think Freddie is safe. Felipe is definitely not safe. He is almost certainly going to get eliminated unless he can pull out a mighty lap here. It's in that really awkward window where it's not quite dry enough for slicks, but it's a little bit too dry for inters. It's conditions like this where our drivers really struggle, which is why I'm so glad Vesti got a time in earlier. But the track is drier now than it was when we set our time by about 0.4, 0.5 mil. So we may even see Vesti's time not quite good enough as the track continues to dry. Freddie's gone purple. Did not expect that. Freddie has gone purple. Norris, Gasly and Magnussen improved. Freddie's down to 6th place right now and he's dropping like a stone. He's a second off the pace, but he's improving. Is it going to be enough to get him through? Hamilton goes into P1. Perez P2. Bottas now goes quicker. Everyone's times are getting quicker as the track's getting drier. We're at the back of the field, so theoretically we should be able to have the track at its absolute quickest by the time we cross the line. The track itself is now dry. The Inters will hang on in these conditions. But it might hurt us a little bit in the final sector with our low adaptability ratings. Freddie improves to 6th. Felipe is out. That's what I was worried about. He wouldn't have gone through anyway, I don't think, the way those times improved. But yeah, Felipe is out. How you doing, Big R? Never played an F1. Yeah, this is the management version rather than the actual F1 racing games that Codemasters have been putting out for years. So you don't directly actually control your cars. You issue instructions to your drivers. If you've seen Motorsport Manager or played it on your phone, it works very similarly to that, but a bit more fleshed out. Felipe is out in Q2. That is not great. What can we do with Freddie? Can we get him through? Well, he's through to Q3. Can we get him into the front row? We've got one set of brand new tyres.
Radio check.
It is going to stay dry.
It's green now.
Given that we've only got one set of brand new tyres left, we are waiting till the end of the session.
Oh, there's a spin!
Science with a spin, but that looks like it was probably on
Let's
his
take a
in
look
lap.
at the replay. Let's have another look. Science is the focus.
Oh no,
here.
that was the end of his hot lap. Oh,
And this, yes, this is where they spun out.
that's not good. Oh, go, 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 go. I forgot to send him out. Has he got enough time? Oh, I hope he's got enough time. Please, get round in time. He's not going to get round in time. Oh, I've royally ballsed up qualifying. Ah. What a disaster. Leclerc, 6th on pole, but he has got a 10 place penalty, so Freddie will start from 9th, not 10th. Felipe will stay there, but he'll get ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Max is going to gain 3 places behind, ahead of Sonoda and Albon and Vettel.
Welcome to race day.
What a
and
nightmare.
Before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
There was some good work from Aston Martin during the qualifying session, and they will go to the grid full of confidence. This weekend, Red Bull displayed promise during qualifying. Now they need to capitalize on their grid position and get a good race under their belts. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy.
Shut up, Karun, you're just talking rubbish.
As the race
We didn't do a great job in quali, and Red Bull had a terrible position. So... dear, right. Blown our objectives already. We're going to go with... do I go medium, hard, medium, or do I start on the hards? I'm going to start on the hards, I think. Possibly. So we're looking at a 135.24. I could get the same out of this if I tweaked it slightly. There we go. So do I want to start on the hards? Given where we're going to be on the track, it might be better to start on the hards. Certainly want to do that with Felipe, I think. Plus, if we get an early-ish safety car, we can look at maybe switching to a different strategy. Go early start, then medium, medium, medium to the end. There we go. I'm going to take a lap of fuel out just to help take a little bit of pressure off the tyres. Why is my car set up back at 93? Go. Still seeing some bugs in this game. We'll leave the pace settings alone. Yeah, there we go. Even Farrett.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere as ever is electric.
After big efforts to praise me, you're here to lower the tone.
They might not be
Yep, that sounds about right.
Spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. There's the second Aston Martin. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. Will their hard work pay off today? Here we go. It's the United States Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
So 9th and 13th, not great. Who else is on hards? No one else is on hards. We're the only team to start with cars on hard tyres. Can we keep pace with the soft tyres in front and the mediums for that matter?
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Gasly jumped us, but given he's on soft, it's not that surprising. How was yesterday? Didn't end up building anything yesterday. Built the first unit today, got it up and running. Going to be building the rest, or at least another unit or two tomorrow. Maybe not all of them, but yeah, may not stream tomorrow. I don't know. Which is why we're racing tonight. Just in case. Verstappen's on the mediums. Of course, yeah, everyone's on the mediums, apart from a few on the softs and us on the hards. These first few laps are going to be a little bit tricky, just keeping pace. But as the race gets a few more laps in, those soft tyres are going to start falling away pretty quickly. Of course, everyone has the new softs because of the rain in quali. So there isn't that usual, disparity between front-running soft tyres and further back soft tyres. Just need to hold position for another couple of laps, and then we can look at starting to put our tyres to work. Someone's locked up. Did I just see a bit of carbon 5 go flying off in front of me there? I did. Bottas is gone.
DRS will be active.
Oh, big lock up there. Let's see what happened there. Now we see Valtteri Bottas. They've locked up, but that could have been much worse.
Maybe I didn't see carbon fibre, but Bottas definitely locked up.
The team are really disappointed with that.
Well, that helps. That drops Bottas to the back of the grid from the lead.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Yeah, it's not hard to overtake cars when they're parked up. Ricciardo has been dropped already. Unless he can sneak back into DRS before the end of the straight, which I don't think he can. So Gasly's about to make a move. We need to be prepared to try and follow that through if we can. Gasly gets through. Leclerc and Magnussen behind, both on mediums as well. Actually, Gasly might be able to close the gap up to Norris. Don't know if he will or not. We certainly won't be able to on these tyres at this stage of the Grand Prix. Russell and Hamilton fighting for the lead. And Gasly's now 2 seconds back, so we've got a breakaway group at the front, which is not good. Really not good.
So use energy if you need it.
It's time for us to start getting a little bit more aggressive here.
Use energy.
The yellow flag. Someone's gone off behind us. It's Vettel.
Seems to have been a lock-up.
Can you take over and drive if you want to? Nope. It's all about issuing commands to your drivers. You can sit and you can watch from various different camera angles, but you don't actually control your drivers directly. I want to get tucked in nicely behind Gasly here, so when he goes for the overtake on Ricciardo, we can try and follow through.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
We watched the long stream. Yeah. They threw out a little 2-minute video yesterday that highlights some more of the changes as well. Definitely worth checking that out. Well, Vesti could have followed through there, except he backed off, then gave Ricciardo a chance to pull in front and block us, and then we just ran wide there.
Look at that! They've run
On turn
wide!
16, not ideal. Good news is that the gap to the front has closed up a little bit. Oh, it's under 2 seconds again. As long as Gasly doesn't pull out in front of us, he's not going to. We're going to jump the pair of them here. Oh, sneaky. Deploy. And Gasly goes around the outside. Wow, this is going to be... This is going to be an interesting replay. Squeeze out the last of the battery, and there we go. We're through.
Aston Martin are moving up the field. Let's take a closer look. Let's have a look here.
Ah, I didn't show what I wanted. It's going to go aggressive on the tyres for a lap. See if we can close up to the back of Norris here. Got very little battery left. We have broken away from Verstappen as well, which is good. In fact, Verstappen just got overtaken by Lance Stroll. That makes me chuckle. Come on, Freddie, push, 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 push. Don't know if I was able to break away from Gasly enough there. He might have got the DRS from us. I just don't know. Yes, he did. And we are out of DRS. No, sorry, out of ERS. Let's calm the tyres down. We all actually know we're almost there. Let's really push these tyres through this last couple of corners. Felipe's still stuck at the back of this train. Oh, we're so close to DRS. We're so close. Yeah, we got it, I think. Better have got it. Yes, we did.
Back off.
Copy.
We just need to charge up.
Whether or not we can keep it is another matter. Right, we got a really good exit. Let's try and regain some battery. Now we're back on the lead group, and we have dropped Gasly in the process. So I was looking at the comments and I completely missed how we managed to close that gap right up like that. But I'll take it. I'll happily take it. We need to think about getting Felipe up through the order.
Energy if you need it. Copy.
Yeah, soft tyres are starting to struggle now. Go on, have a lunge, have a lunge. Beautiful.
P11.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Okay, copy.
Still hanging on to the back of Norris, just about.
Push more.
Okay.
Just make sure Freddie doesn't get dropped.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
A few cars in front of us dropping into the pits. Hopefully that won't affect our DRS. Nope, still got it. That's good. And we have got a little bit of battery, which is also good because we're going to need it now to catch back up to the two in front. So the soft tyres are done, pretty much. Everyone boxing off them onto mediums.
Copy.
Can we follow the Ferrari through here? No. Disappointingly. Right, we are back in touch with the leaders. Let's get that battery recharged.
Sounds like someone's locked up. Here's the replay. Now we see Valtteri Bottas. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup. And the team had such high hopes.
Use energy.
Bien, Sophie.
Good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
You're in a good place.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Got loads of energy.
Perfect.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Okay, copy.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Use energy if you need.
Okay, copy.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
That's it.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So back off.
Copy.
Damn it, yes, I am muted. Oh, how long have I been muted? Bugger. Been chatting away. Sometime, yeah. I kind of guessed. I'm looking back at some of the comments. Probably about 5 minutes, I would imagine. How you doing, Refill? Okay, so we are running 1 and 2 right now. 4 seconds between our two drivers. It'd be nice to have them together so that I could use them to try and save a bit of fuel, charge battery, etc. Just can't get them close enough. Hamilton now pushing through, has overtaken Verstappen. He's 7 seconds off the back of Felipe right now. What are we doing lap time wise? We're doing 1:39.4s on that last lap, but that was because we overtook. This lap was a clean lap, 1:46, and about the same for Felipe. I think did the same lap time for 2 laps in a row there on 1:40.597. Verstappen has boxed, Tsunoda's boxed, and Vettel has boxed. Let's see, where does Verstappen feed out? He's gone on to hards, so he's definitely 2 stopping. The more traffic that gets in front of him, the better. He's come out in 16th place. He's behind Stroll again. That's glorious. Okay, so he was about 7 seconds behind us when he boxed. He's now 30 seconds behind. So we need somewhere around 24 seconds for a pit stop by the look of it. So if we boxed now, we would come out probably behind Magnussen and Ricciardo, but ahead of Schumacher. Drugovich. Oh wait, he was 7 seconds behind Drugovich, wasn't he? So he's now 26 seconds behind, so that means we need about 19 seconds for a pit stop here. 19, maybe 20. So we could box and get out sort of around with Freddie, somewhere around Sainz, Ocon, Leclerc. But we don't want to box just yet. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and let's box now with Freddie. Let's push these tyres into overdrive. Let's do it for both drivers.
Yeah, copy.
Do the best you can.
Okay, copy.
We're going to box earlier than scheduled, and then we're going to look after the tyres over the next stint to try and prolong their life. Because we're going to be in traffic. There's no getting around that. And the longer we stay out, the more positions we're going to lose. So if we can just push really hard and then get out with tyres in better condition than everyone in front of us, bar Russell, who is only 15.5 seconds behind now. And then we're in with a chance. Still losing time to Russell and to everyone behind him as well.
Box.
So boxing a few laps early.
Copy. Just pit limiter, just a reminder on pit limiter.
Ah, beautiful timing there. As you see, one car exits just as the other one's pulling in. That worked out beautifully for a double stack. We're going to jump a couple of the cars. No, we're not. Well, we're going to come out behind Leclerc. That's not too bad. I can live with that. Look after the tyres.
Drop back a bit.
Okay, copy.
And we came out behind Ricardo,
Yeah,
which
take it
again
easy.
is kind of what I expected. So we lost about 5 seconds to Russell, but we've now got tyres in better condition. Russell's gone with the mediums, which means he's going to be going hard on his final stop. We're going to be going medium, so we are going to have a tyre compound advantage over Russell for the final stint of the Grand Prix. Right now we're just protecting our tyres, getting battery charged up for Felipe as well. Let's even save some fuel.
Okay, so just lift and coast.
Copy.
Save fuel.
Copy.
Can't really afford to save fuel while we're saving tyres and
No
charging the
saving
battery.
required.
Copy.
So we're very much out of sequence with everybody else on the grid here in terms of pit stops. Crucially though, both of our drivers are still ahead of Verstappen. Bestie is just tucking in quite nicely behind Ocon right now. The two Ferraris fight each other. They are lapping just a couple of tenths slower than Russell right now. Actually, no, it depends. Depends which Ferrari you're looking at.
Energy's good.
Copy.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
Okay, that's probably enough fuel saving for now.
You can stop
Still a
lift and
chance of a
coast.
safety car as
Yeah,
well.
copy.
This is one of those circuits where safety cars are not that uncommon. Plus, Ocon is about to drop off out of DRS range, so we want to be primed and ready to take advantage of that. Almost back to full battery with Felipe as well. And Ocon has been dropped. So this is our chance to get onto the back of the Ferraris. Which we haven't taken. Let's come in and amend the strategy. Put it back to what it's supposed to be. There we go.
Happy to push.
Yeah, Robbie.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
And now we have to clear him on this straight here. We absolutely rocket past. Felipe is about to get dropped. Let's stop fuel saving there.
That's it.
How you doing, Red? Alright, we broke away from Ocon, so he's not getting DRS off the back of us. We'll be on the Ferraris again very soon. Enter this sector.
We just need to charge up.
Robbie.
We need to start thinking about getting Felipe through the traffic as well now.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah.
Have we got enough pace here to fight off the power of the slipstream? At the moment, the answer is no. Have we got enough grip, though, to throw it up the inside? No.
This is good. Come on.
Ferraris are compromising each other. Someone's spun off behind us. Magnussen.
Yellow ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, keep going around the
Push
outside.
more.
Copy.
And cut back on the inside. Ah, we got one of them. We got Gasly.
We've got loads of energy.
Copy.
Aston Martin with a great play
No,
there.
he hasn't
They've
given up
moved
yet.
up a place.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
Right, we should be able to get Norris here.
P9.
Now, can we throw it up the inside of Ricardo? Yes, we can, which means we'll get a clear run with DRS. And there we go.
You're doing a good job.
And now let's break away from him.
Use
Go
energy.
after Ocon.
Yep.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
You can use energy.
Copy.
Oh, you dick. Just tucking in like that.
Get back off.
Copy.
Alright, let's continue to preserve these tyres. We are out of sequence, so if we burn them too much, it's going to make the final stint tricky. We've got a pace advantage right now. Hamilton's tyres are almost gone. Perez is dropping off the pace as well. The Ferraris are absolutely hauling him in. Russell currently comfortably out front. Hamilton just about hanging onto the back of him. But they're another 5 seconds up the road. And Perez has been reeled in, just like that. I don't know if Leclerc got DRS. No, he didn't. Wasn't quite close enough in the detection zone. That's leaving him vulnerable to sights. Ricardo is closed up. Ocon's tyres are almost dead as well. Alright, we have to get the move done here. And he's not committing to the overtake. Yellow flag in sector 3. Is that Bottas again? Oh, hello. Is this a safety car? Nope. It's
Who's
just
that
a yellow.
that just crashed? Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here. And there's the hit. And
Yeah,
it's crystal
neither car's
clear
gonna
who was
retire.
in the wrong there.
So Zhou and Vettel having a little come together there. There we go. We are through. Both Ferraris have passed the Red Bull of Perez. He's got to be thinking about boxing in the next lap or two.
Aston Martin with a great
Same
play
for
there.
Hamilton.
They've moved up a place.
Still able to hang on to the back of Russell. That McLaren is definitely quick here, and Hamilton is in the box.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Full firm.
Yeah, just trying to protect these tyres a little bit if we can. Safety car was the only thing that made Sunday's race interesting. I disagree. There was a lot of good racing. A lot of good overtaking.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
So use energy.
Copy.
There we go. We are through against Felipe. Sorry, against Jacko.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
And we have dropped Ocon from the back of Felipe. Although he has lost some more time. There is Perez diving into the pits. We're back in touch with the Ferraris again, and they are closing down Russell, who had a very slow lap. I don't know if he got held up by traffic or not, so maybe he just ran wide, maybe he had a spin that I wasn't paying attention to. But for whatever reason, Russell very slow on that last lap. Again, just going to protect the tyres.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
We've got the gap to Ricardo now that Ocon's in the pits. Let's drop the tyre pace there as
take
well.
It easy.
Copy.
I thought we were going to swoop round Leclerc for a second then. And science boxes. So Leclerc might be boxing next lap then. Hamilton's going to re-inherit the lead when everyone in front makes their stops. It's on hard tyres though, so there will be a bit of a pace difference, especially when we come out on brand new mediums, and the rest of the field's probably going to be on hards now, with the odd exception. Verstappen will be running long, and he'll be going to mediums on his next stop, as will Tsunoda, Albon. Everyone else has either made their final stop or is gearing up to make it. Yeah, you're probably just bored of the fact that Red Bull are walking the season. I just can't wait for the cost cap figures to come out.
We're not okay on fuel.
Yeah, copy.
And there we go. Leclerc is into the back. Into black. I was going to say into the pits and then into the box, and they kind of got a bit mixed up. I was going to say into the box. Let's see if we can get onto the back of Russell. I think Russell's probably going to box at the end of this lap or in the next lap or two, if not this one. Time to start picking up the pace with Felipe as well. We've stretched these tyres enough to give us a little bit of extra leeway. Ooh, excuse me. Bottas still the fastest man on track at the moment. And he's had those two lockups on the final turn. It's dropped him all the way down out of contention. Verstappen about to get overtaken by Sainz. As I say that, he overtakes Leclerc. And there we go, Russell into the box. We set the new fastest lap. A 1:37.4. We're doing 1:38.8 at the moment on used mediums. Leclerc with a 1:57. That must be his outlap. Sainz a 1:39.0 on new hards. So yeah, that's encouraging. Because it does. I mean, it's tricky because Sainz is in a queue. So if he can break free of Verstappen, and we'll see if their pace picks up. Leclerc is at the front in those newer tyres, but he's also driving defensively because he's got Verstappen all over the back of him. You can see here, got a queue of 5 cars all fighting on track. Although Tsunoda is yet to stop for his final stop, so he's out of position right now. But we are running first and second right now, although Hamilton is closing in on the back of Drugovich. Take a look at lap times. So 1:38.7, a 1:38.5, a 1:38.1 for Hamilton. Yeah, he's looking very quick. 1:56, that's an outlap for Russell. 1:38.3 for Leclerc. So he is lapping faster than us. But he could be lapping faster than that. He's just having to drive defensively. Hamilton slightly out of sequence with some of the other hard tyre runners because he started the race on softs, as did Perez, which is why their tyres are more worn. So their pace will drop off earlier than the rest of the field. All we can do now is just keep going at the pace we're going, and then jump onto some new mediums with about 16-17 laps to go. Looking at going to around about lap 39, maybe lap 40. Someone's locked up. Don't see who it is.
Oh, and that's a crash!
Oh, it's Vettel.
Let's take a look at the replay. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel.
It's not Sector 1. Very much not
They've lost
Sector 1.
control and
Sector 3. Really hope they fix that in the next game. It drives me insane. Verstappen is now in danger of being dropped by Leclerc. Verstappen's still yet to make his final stop. He's going to be boxing around the same sort of time as us. So he's also going to have to fight his way back up the order, but I mean, he's barely clinging on to 6th place right now, and he's still yet to make a stop. So it's going to be a tough afternoon for him, trying to get points. There was no mention of that in the vid. Be prepared for more frustration. Yeah, I'm expecting to be frustrated with some things. Hamilton is now within a second. Another lockup. It says Sector 3, so this could be anywhere on track.
let's see what happened there. Now have a watch of this.
This is actually
Looks
in
like
Sector
Ocon.
3, so
Just a
that's
bit too
correct for
heavy on
once.
the brakes, and they've locked up.
And that's good, taking Ocon down the order a little bit. That drops him out of the way as we start to fight our way back through following our pit stop. One less car we have to worry about. So ideally, what I want here is for Hamilton to get past, and then for me to tuck in behind him and spend a couple of laps just charging up the battery before we stop. So I'm not going to try and fight this. I'm actually going to try and encourage it. There we go.
Let's focus.
And McLaren with a
Let's just
great
make sure we don't get
overtake.
dropped before the DRS straight. That would be bad. Do need to save a little bit more fuel with Felipe by the look of it. We've got 20 laps to go at the end of this one. So Freddie's fine. Felipe might be borderline. Yeah, a lot of things have been tweaked and improved. The AI's been improved. AI will now push on in-laps, out-laps. They'll use their battery. They won't just stay at the same pace setting. They will actually vary their pace now, and if they push too hard for too long, they'll have to ease off to make sure they can make their tyres last. So that's good. We're going to see much better recovery, hopefully, touch wood, from accidents. you know, someone locks up on a corner and then spins out and then sits there and lets you know, 10 cars go through and sits there and loses like 15-20 seconds of time. Yeah, that should hopefully be a thing of the past now. They should get going again pretty quickly. I got a spin in sector 3. Don't see an obvious culprit.
Yellow exit of 6. Yellow exit of
We can take a look now. Let's take another look. There
Okay,
we
that's
have Joe.
still sector 1.
What a spin!
It's not sector 3 at all.
Okay, energy's good.
Copy.
Oh, did we just about sneak into DRS range there? Hope so. Yes, thank God for that. Right, Verstappen hanging on to the back of Perez at the moment, but the Ferraris are spaced out now. All the cars are kind of spaced out now. So Russell 4 seconds behind us, but closing. Leclerc 3 seconds back, then Sainz another 2 seconds back, Perez another 2 seconds back with his teammate in tow. Felipe just about hanging on for DRS, I think, maybe. Yes. Would like to get a little bit more battery into Freddie, but you know, it's not ideal. I'm going to go this lap. I thought about maybe stretching for an extra lap, but we'll box this lap.
box, box.
Copy, box.
We're barely hanging on to Hamilton.
Yeah, copy, box.
I might possibly keep Freddie out for an extra lap. If he can stay with Hamilton, which is tricky. Not sure if he's going to be able to do it. We'll potentially delay him for one more lap. So let's see, where are we likely to box or come out from? It's just behind Verstappen by the look of it, who's yet to stop. It's going to be a big ask to make that time up. Given that we started, what, 9th and 13th, I was never expecting to win the race, but if we can get both of our drivers onto the podium, that would be nice.
Copy that.
Just both drivers in the points would be nice, to be fair.
Pit lane.
Copy.
So, here we go. All important stop for Freddie. Where's he going to feed out? Another beautiful double stack there from the mechanics. And as expected, we're coming out right behind Verstappen, who is yet to stop. and we'll probably stop at the end of this lap. Felipe got out ahead of Ricciardo. That was important.
Energy if you need it.
Yes.
We just need to charge up.
Yeah, copy.
We've got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
So points are definitely on for both of our drivers. Can we get back to the podium positions? Maybe, if we're lucky. Tyre-wise, we've got both a durability advantage in terms of wear and also in terms of performance, in terms of the compound over everybody in front of us and behind us for that matter. So we're in very good shape here. There goes Max into the box, so we're going to have a run at Perez now. Drogovic has broken away from the back of Ricciardo, so we'll stop burning battery. Max is coming out in 14th. He's still in a fight with Stroll, but Max is also going to have the same brand new mediums that we're on right now, so he should start to move up the order a bit.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
Oh, safety car. Oh, now that is glorious. That is absolutely glorious. We've just boxed.
No DRS.
Max has just boxed, and Max was the last car, I think, that needed to box. Hamilton's out. Oh, I can hear Farah cheering from here.
Let's take a closer look. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one.
From the race lead.
That crash is terrible news for the team. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they
That's
be
a
able
huge
to recover?
blow for McLaren.
We'll see.
You know, that would have been, I think, only their second win of the season. They're on for some massive points today. Podium at least. Possibly, probably the win. And now we get closed right up onto the back of the leaders. Everybody gets brought back together again, and we are on much better tyres than everybody in front of us. I think the only other driver who's yet to stop is Albon, and we might see him box. Well, we will see him box under the safety car. Probably for mediums, possibly, if he's got them, for softs. What's he throwing on?
You can stop, lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
He's going mediums.
Energy's good.
Yeah, confirm.
All okay.
But now
on
we are
fuel, so you
right
can
on
do
the
what you
back of
want to
Perez
speed.
and Sainz, Leclerc and Russell. We've got much fresher tyres in much better condition. Although it's going to be the same for Max. So Max has got a real chance to swoop back up through the order here. You should see him coming into shot very soon. Our fuel concerns are taken care of. Our battery concerns are taken care of. We're on excellent tyres. The win and potentially a 1-2 very much back on. And if we can get a 1-2 here, this will probably win us the Constructors' Championship. Not mathematically here, right now, but it will put us to beyond reach unless something horrific happens in the remaining 3 races. With Verstappen currently out of the points as well, this puts one hand on the potentially puts one hand on the trophy for Vesti as well. Only scoring 2 points at the moment for 5th place. If he wins and gets the full 10, and Verstappen stays out of the points, that makes it almost a guarantee that he'll win the Drivers' Championship. I think he's what, 12, 14 points ahead at the moment. I'm not going to look at the tables until the end of the race. Right, safety car in this lap, please. Before that fuel starts piling up too much. There we go, thank you.
Safety car will be in this lap.
Copy, copy.
Happy to push.
Yeah, copy.
We're good to push.
Yeah, copy.
Hold on to your butts. It's going to be a very interesting final 13 laps.
So there is no overtaking until the control line, and there'll be 2 laps with no DRS.
Yeah, copy.
Someone's locked up already.
And that's the lockup.
Gasly locking up. We did say we're not going to impose team orders on our drivers. We're going to let them fight it out. I thought about telling Felipe to back off there, but did say at the end of the last race, not imposing team orders unless it's, you know, really necessary. Right now, it is not really necessary. Freddie deserves a title, but he's got to earn it. Doesn't get a freebie.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Copy.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
If Max was in front of us, then absolutely I would be favouring Freddie. But with Max not in the points right now, then all's fair in love and racing.
That's it.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Use energy.
Okay, copy.
You can use energy.
Copy.
Can I overcome the power of the slipstream? Ah, couldn't quite get alongside.
Good job.
But Drogovic can get through.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Yellow flag. Someone running wide. I don't know who. Bottas again.
Here's the replay. Now we see Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, Bottas is having. It didn't really cost him too much there. A little bit of momentum, but at least he didn't lock up on the final turn again.
Lift and coast will help.
Copy.
So use energy.
Copy.
Can I get a run up the inside of the Ferrari here? Oh, he blocked me. Right, we should get a slipstream from the back of Russell. We do. And that moves us up.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
Another yellow flag. That's Stroll.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's have a look. It's Lance
Saw a
Stroll.
slow moving AlphaTauri.
Oh, there's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted.
Energy if you need it.
Yep, copy.
No saving required.
Copy.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Okay, copy.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Copy.
There we go. Up the inside of the Ferrari.
Good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Verstappen doing nothing. He's stuck.
Save
He's stuck in a DRS train behind Magnussen.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
Complete the move. He gets them both. Good lad.
Aston Martin took a chance and it's paid off. Let's see what happened there. So this was the Aston Martin.
Beautiful stuff from Freddie. He's put in some real championship winning drives this season. Now I need a really, really strong first sector from him. Needs to be stronger than this, Freddie. Didn't do enough. But if we can get a good launch down the back straight, then we can close out the 1 second in the final sector. Leclerc still in possession of a brand new engine in this Grand Prix, which is why he is able to hang on to the back of Freddie quite well. There we go, we've broken him. Just in time, because we're almost out of battery.
Copy.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
Alright, Felipe, it's your turn.
Okay, energy's good.
Copy.
Push a bit more.
Yeah, copy.
Go on, get up the inside, up the inside. Couldn't quite make it. Now we're out of position. There we go. Yellow flag in sector 3. That's Perez. Oh, Perez is out the points.
Looks like there's been a lockup. We can take a look now.
That's
So let's
huge.
look at this. There's Sergio Perez. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
I think Perez just gave me the Constructors title there. We're boxed in, but we've got the inside line and we've got battery.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved.
Good job. Good job, Felipe. Go on, get him on around the outside here.
5 more laps. 5 more laps.
Fantastic. So another thing you were looking at, the affinity rating. Yeah, I mean, it was
Nicely done.
the most useless stat in the game in this one. Driver affinity rating. It was just, it meant nothing. The fact that it's going to have an impact on drivers' confidence is exactly what it should have been. Big final sector now, please, Felipe. Need to get onto the back of Freddie if you can, or at least out of the 1 second window. There we go. We've done it. So as long as nothing stupid happens, and I am doing a Murray Walker curse of the commentator risk here, then we are going to finish first and second. Red Bull not even in the points.
4 more laps.
This is a massive recovery for Ferrari though. And they've shown genuine pace here this weekend, given how bad their season's been. They've got a chance to jump both of their cars in front of Russell here. Russell's got the better tyres. Sainz is going to struggle to do that. Leclerc's got a chance. Russell's so good at looking after his tyres this season. I mean, he already had a high smoothness rating as it was, but you know, right now it's just, you know, at the end of this third season, it's very impressive. Let's make sure that Freddie doesn't run out of fuel before the line.
Okay, suggest lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
That would be the worst possible thing. That would be Monaco season 1 all over again. Or was it season 2? I think it was season 2. I forget. It was Monaco when we both cars ran out of fuel right in front of the line.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Three more laps.
It was season 2, I remember. We were on for a fantastic result. Right now, we've got a comfortable lead. We are lapping 3 to 4 tenths faster than the cars behind us. Minimum. Possibly more. You know, depends who's getting the DRS or not. Verstappen up to 10th. That's a big old queue. He's got to fight his way through. Can he get 6th place with 2.5 laps to go? Needs to start making some moves. He's got to get past Magnussen, Bottas, Ricciardo, and then Norris.
Two more laps.
This could be a move on Magnussen here. Magnussen still trying to fight him off and overtake Bottas at the same time. They're 3 wide. That's crazy. They're still 3 wide. And Verstappen gains 2 places. Maybe Verstappen can sneak a point. He's certainly got the tyres and the car to do it. Norris's tyres are hanging on for dear life. Ricciardo's only a little bit better. Ricciardo's making the move. Is Verstappen going to follow him through? Not there. He's got 1 lap left.
Last lap.
If Verstappen's going to do this, he's going to have to do it right now to get at least one of these cars. He's got to get alongside Norris going into the long back straight if he's going to win this, I think. Win this little fight and get into the points. He's going wide. Is he going to box in? He's going to go either side here. Can he do it? No, he gets squeezed by Ricciardo. The honey badger saying not today. Meanwhile, Vesti comes up to the line. Drugovic close to within a second. He's going to get DRS coming out the final corner, but it's not enough.
So
it's a win
flag, but you can keep
for Freddie Vesti. Second place for Felipe Drugovic. Russell hangs on for third. Fourth and fifth for Ferrari. Norris is going to hang on just for sixth. It's so close. Ricciardo seventh, Verstappen eighth, Bottas ninth, Magnussen 10th. Then Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Albon, Perez down in 15th place. Then Vettel, Schumacher, Stroll and Zhou. The only retirement, Lewis Hamilton from the lead. Ah, what a race. What a race. The safety car definitely helped us out there. I think we would have had enough pace to get back onto the podium, maybe. But we would definitely have been in the points.
What an incredible outcome for Aston
But the safety car
Martin's
definitely
driver.
made the 1-2 possible.
Today, Aston Martin demonstrated that they can go very far indeed.
I wouldn't be surprised if the team's performance today won them a lot of new fans.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructors' standings.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
So there we go. Freddie climbed 8 positions from 9th up to win the Grand Prix. Felipe from 13th to 2nd. Got the fastest lap as well, you know, for bragging rights. Great recovery from Leclerc with that 10th place penalty. He climbs 7 places in the end to finish in 4th place. Good recovery from Max as well, starting down in 15th. Yuki, also another new component guy, managing to recover up to 12th place. Horrible race for Bottas, dropping 8 places. Perez dropping 10. And then Hamilton on for a win and threw it all away without being under pressure either. McLaren has always had kind of dodgy-ish looking brakes this season. As we look at the driver's title, Freddie Vesti now has a 22-point lead over Max Verstappen as he picks up win number 6 with 3 races to go. 30 points available. He leads Verstappen by 22. It's looking more and more likely that Freddie, as long as he can keep his nose clean, is going to win the World Championship. He is 14 points clear of his teammate Felipe, who is in second place and has extended his gap to Max by 6 points, with 4 wins to his name this year. Max, just the 4 wins, now in need of 3 on the bounce to have any chance of winning the championship. If Max does not win the next race, it really puts his back against the wall. If we can beat him in the next race, it pretty much guarantees. You know, if all Freddie has to do to win the World Championship to stop Max from winning the World Championship is to finish ahead of him in Mexico. That's all he has to do. As far as Felipe goes, yeah, it's a little closer, 14 points, but it's still looking very good. Into the Constructors' Championship, and we now have 190 points, and I think, let's see, quick mental maths, that puts me over the top. I am now the constructor of the season. We have won the Constructors' World Championship. There are just 16, isn't it? So 16, 32, 48 points remaining, but we are 67 points clear. Is that right? Yeah, 67 points clear. We are now constructors. The constructors champions. It took 3 seasons with some very strict rules against us with the challenge mode rules that we imposed from day one. We were definitely helped out at the start of season 2 by the fact that we went into season 2 with a lot of hours available for each part. But we were hampered a little bit by the fact as well that we went down to just 8 places paying points, and then this season got even tougher with only 6 places paying points. And I think we finished 3rd in the constructors last season, so we had a lot less hours to play about with. But we threw everything at this championship because it was going to be our last. Because the new game's out in 2 weeks. Or at least it is for me, because I've got the early access, thanks to the Dulux edition. So that goes live on the 27th, which is 14 days from now. So we got 3 races to go. If I can stream tomorrow, and I'm not sure whether or not I can yet, then we will do Mexico. If not, we are going to kick off the week on Monday with some more F1 Manager. We're just going to kill the rest of this season and see if we can lock up the Drivers' Championship as well. And get the remaining 3 races out of the way before the end of next week. So it'll be potentially tomorrow, but if not Monday, then Tuesday, and if we need to, Wednesday as well, depending on whether or not we stream tomorrow. That'll be the schedule for the last 3 races of the Grand Prix. Then we'll do some City Skylines after we've finished off the season for a day, and then we'll go back to some more Aliens Dark Descent, and try and push that through a bit more before the next game comes out, because that's probably going to take over almost exclusively for at least a week on the channel when that goes live. So yeah, what a great result. Let's take a look at the driver breakdowns. We do get a point for Felipe. Freddie might have earned one by the time we get back from his sim work as well. An exceptional race from him. 9 successful overtakes, 7 successful defences, 16 failed overtakes, only 1 failed defence. And for Felipe, 10 overtakes, 16 defences, 24 failed overtakes, and only 1 failed defence. And that was at the very beginning of the race, first lap for Freddie. And I'm not sure where it was for Felipe. I think it was when Hamilton overtook him, and then I just stayed behind Hamilton. We achieved most of our sponsor goals, but we failed miserably with qualifying because we made a mess of qualifying, with Felipe going out in Q2, and then me not getting Freddie out in time to start a run at the end of Q3. But all the other objectives were done. It gives us another 4 million in the bank that we really don't need. We've got a spare front wing, which we didn't need either, which is quite nice. And actually, no, we did. We did need that spare front wing because we broke one. So, broke one in practice. No, it was in quali we broke one. The board are very, very happy, as they should be. Doesn't say anything about the fact that we've already won the Constructors' Championship. Never does. New front wing design for the next Grand Prix will be ready soon as well. Let's go ahead and get that done now before I forget to do it. So our brand new front wing design is ready. Our spare chassis is done. Let's manufacture this brand new front wing. We're going to emergency manufacture 5 of them. Like I said, we've got 57.5 million in the bank, so we're more than covered financially. We're still way below the cost cap, I believe. That's getting tightened up for next season, which is for the next game, which is good. We've got a point for Freddie. Let's spend that. Let's boost his reactions a little bit. And Felipe will boost his cornering. Isaac's got a point. We kind of abandoned his development. Didn't really mean... It wasn't really worth carrying on, considering we're never going to get a 4th season out of this career. Our pit crew looking good. Let's fit the brand new front wing. That's rear wing, front wing. There we go. So let's have a look. Car 1 performance is going to get us a nice little boost. As you can see, going into this Grand Prix, we didn't check for the last one, but going into this Grand Prix, our dirty air performance has actually dropped quite significantly. We were very, very strong. We were third, first, and we dropped to 5th, 4th, and 2nd. Now we are third, and 1st in the dirty air performance, and just, you know, improving across the board. Through the dirty air, we actually get top spot across the board in clean air, and we improve our top speed slightly as well. So very happy with that. Even the brake cooling gets a little bit of a boost. It's not amazing, it's not enough to push us up a rank, but every little helps. So the new front wing is fitted to both cars. New chassis is on the way. That'll be ready in time for Brazil. Let's have a look before we log off and just see what the competitors' cars look like. So Ferrari, have they improved significantly? Not in the low speed, but yes, in the medium and high speed, they are definitely better. Their DRS looks good. Their brake and engine cooling's pretty good. Their top speed's improved a little bit. Definitely a better car than it was a couple of races ago. McLaren, very, very quick. Weak in the high speed, but very good in the low speed. That's going to be important for them with some of the really tight, twisty stuff at Mexico. But they will suffer in some of the higher speed sections. Good straight line speed as well. Actually, slightly better than us, I think, or tied with us, maybe. Yeah, tied with us. So they are definitely going to be a car we have to watch out for at Mexico. Let's take a look at Mercedes. Their pace has dropped way off in terms of outright top speed. Down in 17th. Acceleration could be a little bit better. Their cornering is not amazing, but it's not bad. In clean air, it's a little bit worse in the dirty air. And the DRS is not good either, which on a circuit like Mexico is going to hurt them. So I'm not expecting Mercedes to be challenging for the win. I think it's going to be between us, Red Bull, and McLaren. And let's take a look at Red Bull. And there you can see they do have the fastest car, and actually by quite some way as well. Slightly better acceleration than us, but their low speed cornering is bad. Very bad, and that's good. That's very good for us, because the whole build up through the end of the first sector through into the beginning of the second sector is all low speed stuff, and then again the end of the second sector going in, the third sector effectively is pretty much all low speed stuff as it goes through the stadium and loops around onto the start finish straight. So that's going to help us there as well. So yeah, that's good to see. That's really good to see. So there we go. Another race done. We are now Constructors World Champions, and we are closing in on the Drivers' Championship as well. One hand on the trophy already for Freddie Vesti. Felipe still in with a shout. Max mathematically still in it, but kind of needs a miracle. If Freddie can finish ahead of Max in the next Grand Prix, Max is out of the championship completely. And if he can keep finishing in front of his teammate, then that'll put Felipe out of it at some point as well. If he outscores Felipe by, let's see, how many points was it? Was it 14 points? So if Felipe fails to score any points in the next Grand Prix, if he retires, he's out of the championship, because he'll be 20 points. If he finishes in third, then Freddie wins the title. If Freddie finishes ahead of him and Felipe finishes in third, Freddie wins the world title at Mexico. So, the title could very much be decided in the next Grand Prix. We will see how that goes. Hopefully, it'll be tomorrow. No promises. Still have a fair bit of IKEA furniture to build. Got a late night grocery delivery. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get online in time. But if not, definitely on Monday. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.